Welcome. Today we are going to look at taking care of your Galen Leather portfolios or journals. All right, so why do we take care of leather? Because over time it dries out and it's more likely to scratch or crack. If you have a layer of some sort of grease or oil over your leather, it will preserve it over time. It will block things from, setting in if it's a liquid like that. And hopefully it will also provide a small layer of defense against scratches. And it also makes everything look nice and spiffy. How often you need to do this depends on your exact specifications of your wear and tear, right? How much of, this is just character and you don't mind it. So for me, for instance, this is the first time I'm actually taking out the oil. And I've had this for probably about 6 months. 8 months, somewhere around there, I would say. All right, so I actually bought, last time I was getting a Galen product, I bought their official leather balm. This is cocoa and shea butter and almond oil. However, in the past, I've used mink oil, and one of these cans lasted me like 5 years. I just threw it away. So there are different products. Let's see here. There we go. Pop that open. All right, now you are going to want a cloth of some sort. So I like these microfiber cloths. They work well. I'll just kind of wrap a finger like that, and I go ahead and get some on there. You don't really want to put a big glob right on there and then let it sit, because it's going to soak into that one area more and you'll have more color variations. So really, when you get this on, you really want to start spreading it immediately. There we go. Okay, so you can see it's not even that much that you need. A little goes a long way. And you're going to see I'm doing this in kind of a circular motion and just kind of moving outwards, but then you kind of want to go back and get those areas too. There you go. Okay. Let's get a little more. I always try and get any pressure points, so especially where any of those threads are, because that's a spot where pressure is going to, hurt that over time, so impart more wear and tear. So definitely get any sort of areas where there's been stitching. Make sure that you get that area. And you can see, like, after a little while, I'm doing like a final pass more in one direction to kind of make it look more consistent. But initially you do need to kind of work it in, because like I said, you are literally working it into the material. So all right, so here you can see one side versus the other. Now, ideally, you would want to sit this somewhere and let it dry, because this is still a little bit greasy. And if you start, if you put this in your briefcase right away, you're going to get grease stains on things. If you pick it up, you can still kind of feel it. So you're going to give it a couple minutes to kind of evaporate. I usually don't go over 3 to 5 for other oils I've used, because it'll get like white and chunky and create a film. So you do want to kind of remove it, but at least give it a minute or two to set in. And then we're going to come back and use a different dry side here, and just give it another wipe down to get any residue off. Okay, don't forget your spine while you're doing this. The spine actually sees a lot more wear and tear than most of, a flat surface. So, and again, I was doing it above where you could see, but again, definitely make sure that you go ahead and get anywhere there's threading, because that's gonna have extra wear and tear on that area, and it's an extra stress point. So you want to make sure that your leather is properly taken care of at those stress points. So if you do have any larger gouges, you can go ahead and get a little bit of excess and just kind of massage it more into that area to help protect. But at the end of the day, it's still going to be there. This will just kind of help hide it, because it's almost like giving your item a sheen. And, same concept as waxing a car. So if you have a solid surface that sheens, your brain kind of assumes it's flat and even more than it might actually be. All right, so I just went ahead and did this side. I'm splaying it out, and then I'm gonna go ahead and let it dry for a couple minutes. Come back and give it like one last wipe down with a clean part of my cloth here. Also, don't forget your zippers. Definitely get both sides of your zipper. And if you get it on the sides of the leather like that, it's not a bad thing. It's going to kind of soak it up too, so. Should you do the inside? Personally, I really don't. Unless you're really restoring something that's actually, 20 or 30 years old, I wouldn't bother doing the inside for two reasons. So one, again, if it's protected here, hopefully it's in decent enough condition. It hasn't been exposed to the heat, the sunlight, the tossing around into bags and such. To scuff it up. So hopefully this area is more protected to begin with. The second reason I say that is because there is going to be a tiny layer of a film that's left once you do apply a coating, right? It'll wear away over time and it's not going to hurt anything too bad. However, if I have some nice pens in here rubbing up against it, I don't want my pen to feel a little bit greasy sometimes when I pick it up. Or if there's a little bit of, excess, grease over here when you close it, I don't want a grease stain on my notebook. So again, can you do the interior? You can. I personally am not going to anytime soon on mine. But if you would, the process would be the same. Alrighty, thank you for watching this video and learning how to take care of your Galen Leather portfolios. Take care, everybody. As always, may your journey lead to your own personal serenity.